It's official, guys. Hawks move on. Woo! Yeah, go Hawks. I will get into my keys of the game in a minute here on where I went right and where I went wrong. But I wanted to talk about the other NFL games. Um, and what surprised me was that Green Bay completely diminished the New York Giants defense. I was quite shocked about that. I thought the New York Giants defense would do better. Um, I didn't I didn't expect the Giants to win. I expected Green Bay to win, but I expected a much closer game. Then again, when you're dealing with Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, kind of hard to say this is what you expect the defense to do. Because Aaron Rodgers is a good quarterback. I'm sorry, great quarterback. And if anybody says otherwise, then they're just lying to themselves, or I don't know. They're just lying. That's like saying Tom Brady is not the best quarterback in the game right now. That would just be just straight up a lie. Um, so Houston beating Oakland, I did not see that one coming, but it's not that big of a surprise to me. I didn't see Oakland getting very far without Derek Carr. I didn't see it. If they were going to win against Houston, I wasn't going to say that they were going to win against either New England or Kansas City, which they would have faced New England because Pittsburgh won the other day, which is, well, not surprising. If anybody is surprised by the Steelers beating the Dolphins, you're either one, a Dolphins fan, or two, you don't know the game of football. And you need to learn the game of football because there is no way the Dolphins were going to stop Pittsburgh. Like I said, unless they confused the Pittsburgh offense, which they did not. Um, they'll have a Pittsburgh will have a tougher matchup when they go and face Kansas City. So, that defense will at least be a whole lot better than Miami Dolphins defense. Um, kind of, I'm kind of wondering if Kansas City is gonna have a Marcus Peters shadow Antonio Brown the whole game because he is their best cornerback, and he's kind of like Richard Sherman except for he's a whole lot younger. Um, but other than that, um, the other let's talk about the Seahawks game. Go Hawks, man! Um, and the keys of the game I had was the defensive line. My first key was the defensive line. We had about, I believe it was 3 or 4 sacks or something like that, but a lot of them were in garbage time. I did not like the pressure that we were not putting on Matthew Stafford. I wanted more pressure. So I am going to start lighting a fire and telling the defensive line, get to him. Maybe bring extra rushers next week because we cannot leave Matt Ryan behind there, just sitting there so he can find whatever wide receiver is open because the other wide receivers will catch the ball. Um, Unlike Detroit's wide receivers who seem to keep dropping the ball. Um, I wanted to give props to the offensive line. That was my second key of the game. Um, Good job, offensive line. You guys did pretty good. At first, I thought you guys were a little struggling there, but then you guys got it together. You guys figured it out. So keep it up, offensive line. I want to see that next week. The running game that was a part of my second key. Thomas Ross had a record breaking night, which I'm actually shocked. I mean, not that he had a record breaking night, but that Marshawn Lynch didn't have a better night than what he had. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I would have thought maybe in like 2013 that Marshawn Lynch had a really good game against, like, I believe it was San Francisco. I mean, didn't he have a good rushing game there? It doesn't matter. But I still got to give it up for the offensive line. Thomas Rawls was booking it back there. Um, the wide receivers, oh my word. Paul Richardson and that catch, both the catches. I mean, holy smokes. How do you catch it with one hand while you're completely hugging another guy in another hand? It's like, jeez. And some people say he had a face mask penalty on that one, and he did. Um, to be honest, they should have been offsetting penalties, and there should have been another fourth and go round again. Other than that, that was an amazing catch. But they did. I want to say they also missed a face mask penalty against the Detroit cornerback when Paul Richardson made his second one hand catch. The guy was hanging all over him, and after he went to the ground, the guy grabbed his face mask and completely turned it around. So I couldn't see how they could miss that, but maybe they were like, we missed the first one when he did it to the other cornerback, so let's just miss this one, which is not right, but sometimes that's how they think. Um, so the penalties weren't bad. The third key I had was the Legion of Boom needs to get back to the Legion of Boom. I didn't see very much hard hitting besides one hit. I think some people are playing a little scared um, of hitting people. I actually saw a harder hit on when Detroit safety hit our person than I think the toughest hit we had was when Bobby Wagner hit that guy that caught the ball that went across the middle and he went back like that and put his arms into his chest. That was probably the hardest hit. I would like to see some more hard hits coming. You know, just aim it right. Um, you don't want to get a penalty, of course, because that could just destroy a game. And um, yeah, I thought it was a good game. We could have played better, especially on defense. Didn't get any turnovers, which I didn't like. We need to get more turnovers and more pressure. I mean, we need to put pressure on Matty Ice. We can't we can't let him sit back there and throw the ball to Julio Jones and Sanu or whoever the heck wide receivers they have on their team. Can't let that happen. Um, so, um, yeah. So I like the games. Go Hawks. We're awesome. Going to play Atlanta. Green Bay's going to go and play Dallas. Houston's going to play New England. And Pittsburgh is going to play Kansas City. In a few days here, I'll put up another webcam or video about who I think will win, what the keys of the game against Seattle and Atlanta will be. I just wanted to say congratulations to all the teams that are still in the playoffs. Congratulations to the teams that did make the playoffs but got eliminated. It's hard to make the playoffs, so congratulations to those teams that made the playoffs that had to go home. I feel kind of bad for Oakland because, I mean, they went from the second seed on the last day to completely eliminated in 2 weeks. They could have been the second seed and had a bye if Derek Carr was not injured, and so they're gonna have to wait till next year to try to win the Super Bowl again. So yeah, we'll get into keys of the game later. Just wanted to say congratulations, and Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. And thank you for watching my show. Bye bye.